let's see if the live stream is indeed working. Let's go check. All right, we're live on X. We are live on X. Let me go send this out. Let's go check the YouTube side, see if we're live. Refresh. Gosh dang it, YouTube. Am I live or am I live? My YouTube app will not load. Nothing. What the heck? Get off Wi-Fi. See if Wi-Fi is the issue. Oh, there we go. All right. We're live on YouTube. We're good. All right. What's up, gang? I've been screaming UPS since 82. Not sure if anyone else has joined me along the way, but UPS $100 calls in Belmonte. So this right here, longest trade of my life. The longest trade of my entire life. But every single time came down here, we were good. And yeah, this is pretty neat. So go back on my timeline, been screaming about it for a bajillion years. Um, so let's get paid. Let's get paid. Time time to get paid on the UPS. We crushed that one. So UPS obviously having a really nice morning so far. I think the stock's up like 9 or 10%. It had a even larger move than that, I believe. Retraced just a little bit. So overall, fantastic. Another one. SoFi, nothing too crazy on SoFi. SoFi just back up here near this $31 area, but overall for SoFi, looking absolutely fantastic. My cost basis on SoFi is here, and now we are up here. So I'm currently up 140% on the shares for SoFi. That's looking good. Another one is PayPal. PayPal, we charted this yesterday, also during the mastermind, and it needed to break above this area or break down below this area. Lo and behold, you get the earnings catalyst, and it is now all the way up here. So got a nice rip above 80, pulling back a little bit to the high from October 9th. UNH almost hit 400 target. It got very close, I want to say. Let's see. Uh, what was the high there? 390. So got close to 400. So I'm waiting for it to start with a 4, and then I'll probably start to cover some of this one. So long this name from 294. So I gapped up and then I literally just bought the dip. So this is when the freaking news was coming out and it had the nice gap up. So I was freaking buying, pulled back down, buying, and then now just up here. So those names are looking fantastic. Excited to cover some positions here. Let me look at XYZ. XYZ is in this giant area of consolidation. You have a potential little cup right here, sideways action for this handle. So watching above 82 or below 71 on this name. We do have more earnings this week. We also have FOMC tomorrow. Trying to take tomorrow off. We had a really good day yesterday with QCOM, and then a few other ones, PDD, a few other names end up going in the money as well. So had a really good day yesterday. Hopefully going to lock in, maybe another 1 or 2 thousand today, and then be able to kind of chill for tomorrow. Also have a lot of personal things I want to try and get done as well. So, uh, thoughts on NEE? Good morning. Do you alert all your trades, Casey? I do in my community. And there's a link at the top of your screen, and it should be able to take you there. Also, my profile. So, even like my equity, my shares, I have a channel called Long-Term Account. I actually just alerted in there this morning. I quoted my entry for SoFi. So, I took SoFi shares on 5/1/2025. So, just over 5 months ago. So, the first day of May, I took those SoFi shares at $12.89, and then just quoted it this morning, showing a screenshot of my SoFi being up 140.33%. And then I had my normal trades channel where I did an update yesterday for some positions that were going green, the PDD, the cores, UPS, all these other ones, and then sent the screenshot of this morning of UPS. So everything that I do is posted over there in my community. Someone said NEE. Let's go take a look. Looking good. It's right at this area of resistance there. Big resistance up here on NEE. So, I mean, every single time it gets up to, this little zone right here, even kind of a little bit more up there near 91, but this is going to be pit stop, kind of number one area of resistance. Getting smacked right now off of it, it looks like. Had a gap up over top of it, moving higher, and then just accepted back down. So back under 86 bucks, nothing. Continues to hold 86 bucks, goes back up and reclaims over this 87, 80, 88. Get that move up to 90, and then above 90 can maybe get a little bit of a cruise higher to these highs back over here, which will take it to 91 and then 94. As of right now, it looks good. It's just at resistance. So risk to reward, looking to open up a new trade up here on NEE near that, 80, 86, 88, and it's right in the middle. Area, I'd be looking to go short risk to reward, but let me look at the monthly. Very nice monthly chart. It was in this area of consolidation. Everyone knows consolidation leads to expansion, and then boom, very strong monthly candle so far for October, hitting up near this area of resistance. But every other time except for this month right here, back in December of 2021, as the only monthly candle that closed above that zone, and it quickly uh, fell down 16% on the stock and came all the way back down to $70. Every other monthly candle during this stock's lifetime has wicked up and failed and closed back underneath 86. So we're just here again. This is a really strong monthly candle, but as were these ones. Really strong monthly candle. It wicked up higher, went to 91.60. They slammed it back down. So again, risk to reward looking at the chart looks better for a short, but I think this area right here of consolidation, this previous month candle right here, because all of these other ones had all these upper wicks that were right here. And then this is the only one that had a solid green body closing above where most of these other candles all kind of closed and based at, which is about 70, 71. And that body closed above all of those and above the monthly moving averages. So looking a little bit more bullish there, and then it got the ripper right up here straight to target. So I think it could have been a potential good long starting in September. This would be target, and it just hit. So don't think it's a chase to go long up here as of right now. Weekly wasn't a squeeze, and it had been bullish the entire time. It started to squeeze in March and flipped bullish in May and held bullish and sideways. And then eventually it fired right here, September 29th, going into October, which is right here where that arrow is. That lined up perfectly on the monthly. It's lining up perfectly here on the weekly for a squeeze. And then right there, this is the breakout, and then coming straight up here to target. So nothing much here. I think it already kind of played out as of right now for upside. NVIDIA and Tessie, thoughts on after yesterday. I don't think ONON has moved yet. It's just consolidating down here near these lows. I don't think it's moved. I think it's still, yeah, I mean, it's still nothing. Just watch the daily right now. This is all that I'm watching right here on the daily. Want to see it continue to hold kind of above 40 to 41 area. Would like for that to hold right there. So it can reject, it can come back down, make that lower low on the wedge, and then would like to see it finally, start to get that breakout push for 44, 45 after that. So it is in a daily squeeze. It has not flipped bullish yet. It is climbing its way as of right now to the upside. You'll see the little red and orange dots right along right here. So MACD is bullish as of right now. In this wedge, RSI is climbing up. So there's bullish divergence on the RSI. With the daily chart moving lower, RSI is actually moving higher. So you have bullish divergence on this name forming this falling wedge. So I do like it for the longs down here. So it's just a waiting game. It's just all about timing. Someone said NVIDIA. NVIDIA is just holding 80, held that pennant. It's back up here to those same highs. Right up here. Go to your daily chart. It is in a squeeze. It is trying to flip upside as of right now. So it is back up retesting these highs from Thursday and Friday of October 9th and 10th. So watch this area as of right now. If it does get a pullback back down to about 190, you could see a nice little bounce there. Could be a little SR flip spot. So you can see where's my arrow? If it rejects the zone here, pulls back down to the 190, a little resistance right here. So breakthrough, pull back. Also would retest the 4-hour 9. See if it gets that pop goes back up, can potentially break the top of that zone, go make that higher high overall that is in this pennant. A really, really good pullback would be 184, 185. If it does lose 190, I would watch that 185 area. So as of right now, it is up in that zone over here for potential rejection, moving back down. Again, this is kind of the spot right here, right there, that you would want to see potentially hold for support on a pullback and then see if it gets that move higher. If it loses that spot right there, in my opinion, you're going to see a move down to right here. If you mark 185, that's right there. So you got 190, 185, 180, and this trend line right down here. So boom, boom, boom. And then obviously you got those previous highs that are right up there near 195. So very, very simple. Someone says something's going on with Microsoft right now. Or is it OpenAI and Microsoft? Jesus, what in the heck? Oh my God. Is it OpenAI news with Microsoft that just came out? Look at this candle on Microsoft. Microsoft OpenAI is contracted to buy incremental 250 billion. So look at that. Just open, more open AI, more open AI news. Good for you, Microsoft. Microsoft just got micro hard. That's insane. Is that a 4 or 5% pop? Yeah, 4% pop. What a move. Beautiful. And then someone said Tesla. Let's go look at Tessie. Nice trend line right here on Tessie. Go ahead and mark this right there. Looking good. What is that? Daily. Ugh. Then a daily squeeze showing signs of bullishness and bearishness on a few indicators. So, I mean, which kind of makes sense because Tesla's kind of just back and forth. The chart doesn't really seem too crazy, but I really like this area here. Kind of mark it the best like right there. So for intraday on Tessie, if it breaks this little trend line right there, if it breaks this trend line straight down to right here, and if it breaks that, then 448 area can be next. If it hits 448 area, I really do like that for a potential bounce play today on Tesla. But as of right now, for Tessie, I would just be watching this right up here. Just mark that previous day high area right up there, and then hit the lower highs and hit these higher lows. I really do like these higher lows right now on Tesla. So that trend line area of support is going to line up around 454. So if you do see that move down to the trend line, buyer step in, that can be a good, risk to reward. That's a great bounce play because then you might be able to get that breakout. If it breaks that spot right here, yeah, then you're going to potentially see that move down. And then if it gets that move down to 448, like that for a potential bounce play as well. So if you do break above pre-market high, which is like 458, then you can potentially get that move to 460. Just get a break in base above that, and then above 460. Just continue to keep cruising up higher. So going into the open, two levels I would be watching on Tesla is going to be 453.75 and 457.85. Draw the trend line here from previous day high to pre-market high, and then this low from 325 to the pre-market lows as of right now. And then you're going to have this nice little triangle pennant. Lines up right here perfectly with this level here and that level there. When you get a break of structure right up here, it looks good for continuation upside if that holds. And if it breaks down below here, it looks good for continuation downside. Again, when the trend lines are tested, see if you're going to get sellers that step in, reject the trend line, come back down, hit the downside, or if it hits the downside, buyers step in, look for support to push it back upside, and then wait for, breaks and closes above or below, to see if it gets that continuation in that direction. So mark those two trend lines, mark those two red levels right there. And then the big ones would be previous day high there. And then if it breaks this downside here, I really do like this area down here at 448. So I'd be watching those two right there on the Tessies. UNH already did UNH. UNH had earnings and it almost hit 400. So it's just cruising. It's right up here. So I mean, again, I'm long UNH from down here. Told everyone months ago on the leaps that I was in, the $500 calls for January 2027. Those things are absolutely printing. And then I know some people took some closer expirations for January 2026, and those are up nice as well. And then my equity from 294 is looking really good. So we are sitting near the daily 200 EMA right up here. So would like to see a move up to that 400 area, but we did close the gap almost perfectly there, and now we are just above that, right at the daily 200. So we're just overall in this little zone. So we'll like to see it push up a little bit higher, just so I can say that it hit 400, I can get a good sell right there. But PayPal, yeah, we covered PayPal as well. Had a nice rip pulling back a little bit here. Someone said Netflix. I'm going to cover Netflix. I'm going to go look at SPY. That way we can get that charted for right now. Dadgummit, did I just remove those? There we go. Move the drawings. Hourly. Oh, Jesus. Netflix looks like shit. Could be a great time to buy it. Hit this trend line here on that hourly. I would watch. I mean, it's definitely when it starts to get back above 11:05. Mainly that spot right there. I think that's going to be key right there. So right now, lower highs and lower lows. So I mean, if this kind of continues, then we should be seeing a lower low here soon. So bang, 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 bang. So this is kind of the overall trend for this little box channel, whatever you want to call it right now. On Netflix, if it breaks above that 11:05, so if it puts in a higher low right here, that's fantastic. If it can get a break and base above that, that looks good. So if it can stop making a lower low here, and this low right here puts in a higher low, that's kind of what you would want to see. So at some point in time, puts in the higher low, breaks through the channel, breaks that level, comes back down, retests it, SR flip, look for the push up higher, closer to this 11:25, 11:30. So I'll be watching on Netflix. I think if it loses this area again right here, 11, what, or sorry, 1093. If it doesn't hold that to put this higher low in my opinion, I think it's just going to come down, and then you're going to have previous day low, and then once that gets taken out, it's just going to make that new low. So watch 1093. If that doesn't hold, going to go break down and hit the previous day low, the equal low of support, potentially go and make that lower low for the trend that it's currently in down here. If you're thinking bullish, I would wait to see it break the lower high trend line, do the SR flip over 11:05 to get the move up to 11:25, 11:30 area. So watch that on the Netflix. Let's go look at Spy. Actually, I already got it pulled up over here. I mean, it obviously it's just ripping because of Microsoft news right now. There's nothing much here to really do on the spies. Small little had a nice push after hours, had a small little gap down, fill the gap back upside. I mean, it is what it is. I think any dip back down to 686 looks absolutely fantastic. Got an area here. I mean, 4 hour, an hour. I mean, that's just looking strong. There you go. So zones are kind of already marking it right here. So for SPY, I mean, we're ripping. I was kind of joking, but not really joking about it on the Friday stream where I said someone was asking, "Do you think we can see, continued move up rally on SPY next week or potential sell off?" I said personally, looking at the higher time frame charts, I don't see why we don't gap up and go over 680 uh, going into Monday session. Lo and behold, SPY gapped up and went to 680, like 683. And then I was like, if it breaks above that, I I think 700 uh, sooner rather than later, but definitely potentially by the end of the year. Not out of the cards for SPY to see. So as of right now, going into today's session, it's just new highs, new highs, new highs, new highs. There is nothing more to really do except BTFD. So for those that don't know what BTFD is, that's buy the fucking dip. So pre-market, you have this nice little trend line right here, right? So be watching this trend line right here on SPY. If it does pull back down, makes its way to 686 at some point in time, I think that can be great for a bounce play. If it breaks that trend line right here, you're gonna see that move down here closer to 685.50. If it bounces off 685.50 and goes back up here, I would say this can be the chop box, in my opinion. So if it comes down and it comes back up in here, and we kind of just go back and forth in here leading into FOMC tomorrow. Do not forget, we have FOMC tomorrow. That's like worst case scenario, I guess, for today's price action is that we get this rip up right here at the open. And then, maybe some people have some swings on some names that are up, decently this morning, or just things start to cool off, whatever it is, and we pull back down a little bit. SPY comes back down to 686. We're going to try the longs for the bounce play intraday. If it breaks 686 and it comes back down to 685.50 and it bounces again, if we stay within this box right here, majority of the day, that is worst case scenario. I think it's just going to be a very, very slow day. Best case scenario is that you kind of get best of both worlds today for upside and downside. If you get this move down here on SPY to the trend line 686, then I would again look for the bounce play, see if you can get calls. If it breaks this area here, if it breaks the trend line and then breaks that zone right here, playing to the downside on SPY to go down to 684.7 area. Extra bonus cash would be if it sells all the way down to 684 today. So I think you have potential move right here for, buy the dip, bounce play upside. If it breaks trend line, you can potentially get a scalp down to right here to the bottom of the chalk box, but be careful if it goes back and forth. Breaks underneath right here, get that move downside. So again, opportunity here for calls, opportunity here for puts. Nothing in this box going back and forth, unless you're just freaking scalping futures or zero DTEs off that. But wouldn't be surprised if maybe we do see that pullback and go sideways leading into FOMC. So We shall see. So that's what I would be watching on the Spoos. And if that spot breaks, then it gets ugly. Go ahead and screenshot that. So why do people keep saying UNH? Are you guys tuning in like super late? I've charted UNH 3 times. It just had earnings and it's up. UPS, where's she at? I mean, still chilling around 100. So my calls are in the money. Got two positions. Got UPS $100 calls for January 2026 and UPS $100 calls for January 2027. The 2026s and 2027s I've been in for quite some time. The 2026s were slightly red going into earnings because I've been in them forever. And Theta has burned those down a little bit. So I think I was down 13 or 15% on those. The 2027s, I was up 15%, and those contracts cost a little bit more because they got a little bit more time on them. So going into the earnings, I've trimmed a little bit of the UPS 100s for January 2027 just to lock in some gains, and then we got the rip up here. So both positions now went in the money. It's looking good here. Pre-market going to take majority of profits off the table from the January 2026s now. If it holds up here with those in the money, move a stop up and then kind of let the 2027s. I'll probably trim one or two of those and then move a stop up as well. And then I'm done with this trade. So again, um, no one else really liked my UPS chart down here near 82 bucks. I sent 3 posts during all this time down here that I was buying UPS and the reason on why. And now UPS is all the way up there today. So absolutely glorious. So, all right, guys. That's it for me. Appreciate you guys. For the premium Discord team, I'm going to move this live stream over to the premium Discord for the live trading and live stream for the day. Everyone else, I hope you have a great trading day. Let's make some money. Let's have a great day. If you're not in the premium Discord team, if you would like to become a member of the Casey Trades community, you can go hit the link that is in my X bio. If you're on YouTube, it should be in my YouTube description as well. There should be some links posted as well for those people watching over there. But you can get a 7-day free trial. Come hang out in the premium Discord community over here and see if it is the place for you. If it's not, it's not. But I encourage everybody to get involved within the trading community, get around other traders to continue to learn and grow with. It absolutely is going to make the biggest difference in the entire world, honestly, in my opinion. It really did for me. So get yourself a 7-day free trial. If you like it, make sure you use code KCT50 on the monthly. It discounts it down from 69 bucks to 50 bucks every single month forever. So make sure you put that code in there. That way, if you decide to stay, you get to stay at a discounted rate. So, all right, guys. Love you all. Have a great rest of your trading day. I'll probably be on Spaces as well with the Wolf Trading team. So I'll be a guest speaker over there, but I'll mainly be live trading and live streaming.